Today we're going to cover the revenue recognition of non-essential products. What happens when you have a non-essential service? And I'm going to dive into AK202. So let's say that our primary business is the selling of televisions. The installation as well as the warranty are considered non-essential. What I can do is I can mark both of those as non-essential. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that right now. Now here we are. I'm going to mark both of these as non-essential. And the other thing I want to do is I want to say that the installation should be excluded from carve-out. So I'm going to check that to yes. This is really why you'd want to change one of these types to be non-essential. So let's go ahead and let's create another sales order. So my usual. Save this, and I'm going to confirm my sales order. Let's go look at this. What you'll see, nothing happened so far. Because we're still selling at exactly what our revenue allocation price is, everything is straightforward, $1,400, $120, $500. Now let's go in and let's apply a discount. So I'm going to apply a discount on my television. And I'm going to save this and let me reconfirm the sales order. So now my TV is selling for $140 less than the revenue allocated price. So what you see is that we end up with, let me phrase this correctly before I talk too much, everything got ratioed down. We took how much is this is the value of the sales order, and then we took the $140 and we ratioed everything down by its requisite amount. So almost $100 here, $9 here, about $45 here. But then what we decided to do was we said that this line is excluded from carve out, meaning that we do not want the revenue recognition of my installation to be different than 500. And so what it did was it took this one back up to $500, meaning we added $35 of revenue back onto this line. As a result, we then need to take away $35. However, we always will remove the revenue from the non-essential line first, and then we will take it away from the essential line. So in this case, because we had more than $35 in the warranty line, we were able to take it out of there and put it into my installation line. So in the end, the amount to recognize is $500 for my installation, $77 on my warranty, and my TV stays at $1,302.97. And the key with all of these is to determine how your schedule is going to look. So if I go to look at my monthly schedule now, this used to be $10 every month. Now it's dropped to $6.42. And that's because we're taking the ratioed amount of the penalty from the discount that we gave on the TV, and we're putting it into our warranty instead. So every month we're going to be recognizing a little bit less on my warranty than we were expecting to, because the installation is going to retain its $500 worth of recognized revenue whenever we do sell that installation or whenever the person comes in and calls for that installation. So that is the carve out and the non-essential functionality. The carve out takes precedence where it's saying it's always going to be the $500. And then from there, it'll then take the revenue away from the non-essential line and then to the essential line. So that's another piece of functionality that is available to you. If you want certain items to retain a certain level of precedence, you can either designate them as essential versus non-essential, and then you can add the carve-out checkbox. The final area I wanted to show you was a post-contract service. So let's go into this item. Once again, I'm going to edit it, remove this, and now I'm going to make this one a post-contract support. So I've changed this type here to be post-contract support. If you choose to use the post-contract support, what you need to do is you need to set up a basis. And what this says is, I want the revenue from this item to be allocated across which item groups. One of the things, I won't show this to you, but you can take my word for it, is that I have set up my TV to be in one item group and my warranty to be in a different item group. What I'm saying now is that anything that is under installation is only to be allocated to items that have a item group of audio. So let's go in, and I'm going to need to cut a new sales order to utilize this. So I'm just going to set up a new one. US9. Let me go ahead and I'm going to confirm my sales order. And now, if I look at my revenue price allocation, what you see is that the installation has now been broken up into two lines, essential and non-essential, and that's because it was post-contract support. However, what you're seeing is the non-essential line is all zeros, because I only allocated this to the item group audio, which is what my panoramic TV is part of item group audio. So you can see the full $500 belongs in the essential line. If I go back into my AK203, and I say I want to split my basis between audio and audio RM, which is what my warranty is. And let me see if it'll allow me just to reconfirm this or whether it's going to ask me to create a new sales order. All right. Now you can see that it's split among two lines. And that's because now I said I'm fine with it being split along the warranty line as well. And so it does that based on the same ratio of these two items. It takes the $500 that we had and it adds it into my essential and non-essential areas by that own requisite weight. So that's what happens when you use post-contract support. It's going to then take that revenue and allocate it across the other lines. It won't work onto its own. So that is just another option that you have.